What's up, guys? I'm Christian.
I'm Carlos.
And this is the Unexpert Analysis, episode 4, where we review
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
We're going to jump right at you guys with the question for you to answer down in the comments below. Carlos, hit him with the question.
What is your favorite sword and sandal movie? My favorite is the original Ben-Hur. What about you, Christian?
Well, I've never seen that movie, and I probably never will, Carlos, so that's going to stay just yours. Mine is either Troy or Gladiator with Russell Crowe.
Classics.
Great movies. I got to give them a tie.
Yeah.
All right, let's just hit them with some facts right out the boat, huh?
All right, guys. King Arthur had the budget of $175 million. Over the weekend, it tanked horribly.
Did it ever?
Yeah, $15.4 million domestically. Globally, it only made $44 million. It's doing horrible right now. The box office itself speaks for the film. I mean, let's get right into it, Christian.
Yeah, the box office, like you said, is a reflection on the film itself. A disaster. The directing just wasn't there for my guy, Ritchie. He's one of my favorite directors. He has some great movies. Man from U.N.C.L.E., one of his most recent ones. He did the Sherlock Holmes films with Robert Downey Jr. What are some other ones?
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch.
Yeah. So he's got some great accolades in his closet, you know? But unfortunately, we didn't get to see too much of his artistic style in this film, which we have come to love over the years with his movies. There are a few scenes here and there, like an awesome chase scenes, which is one of the positives of this film. That scene itself had really cool shots, had some cool GoPro-looking shots. The fighting in that scene was adequate compared to the rest of the movie. And its fighting scenes, that's some negatives right out the gate. The action itself kind of sitting around CGI. Yeah, the acting. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. The CGI felt like it was pretty much relying on the film was relying more on the CGI than anything else. The acting was great. The writing wasn't. The directing was a little bit there, but you know the pacing was very much off. There were scenes that were cut short for no reason. Like we could have used more scenes, but then when we're sitting through the movie, we're wondering when is this movie going to be over because the running time was actually not very well. It was too long, honestly, for such a movie that was so bad. Right, and I have no issue with a long movie as long as there's substance to fill that time. And with this movie, there wasn't. There was a lot of setups for sequences and stuff that just didn't finish. They didn't close the loop. The characters who were introduced and never came back in towards the end. Snakes that were just coming in like randomly towards like the end, like you said earlier, were the size of a 747 jet plane, and they snuck into a castle that has no air ducts or anything like that. Where did it come from? Yeah, it just broke through a steel door. I mean, and then it just slithers right on out, and people just watch it go like they're not seeing a giant ass snake. Yeah, like I would run away. People are just like, "Whoa, there's a giant snake coming at me." There's piss coming out of me now just thinking about it. Yeah, it's just so. That scene was just horrible. Yeah, and it was a horrible use of CGI, and what I'm guessing most of the budget went to. There was an awesome sequence of CGI that the film actually opens up with, which are these ginormous elephants that you see probably in some of the previews. They look like mammoths. Yeah, but even bigger. I mean, they're the size of buildings. Yeah. And when I saw that in the previews, I was like, oh, God. And which brings me to my expectations. Because of the previews, my expectations were very low. I shouldn't say very low, but they were pretty low due to the fact that I just saw a lot of unnecessary use of CGI around a story that's been told hundreds of times. I mean, I know you have a film that tells a story that you like. King Arthur with Clive Owen, which was directed by Anton Fuqua, who directed Training Day. I mean, I grew up watching this film pretty much every day. This movie had gore, had great storytelling. It kept the same storyline, which King Arthur, he held the defense of the Anglo-Saxons in England, and it was showing the grittiness, you know, and everything. Which is the original story. This movie took away from the original story. The antagonist wasn't the Anglo-Saxons, it was his uncle. Yeah. It was kind of like a Hamlet, you know, thing. And if you haven't seen Hamlet, pretty much just watch Lion King. That's the story. Yeah. And pretty much this movie is the same thing as Hamlet. So, and again, I have no issue with if you want to retell a story that goes away from the legend itself, you know, you want to deter from the facts, go for it. By all means, be my guest. But if you're going to do it... Iron Man 3 did it. It was bad, though. But if you're going to do it, please do it and make a great movie. You didn't do it this time, Mr. Ritchie. I'm sorry. You did it wretchedly. You got a score for me, guy? Good word, by the way, wretchedly. I don't know if that's a word, but I like
My score is a 55.
55.
Yeah.
You're pretty mean.
Yes. Well, I mean
You're honest.
Yeah, it's because I'm very picky. Like I've said in my past, the past videos, I'm a very picky person with films.
You're hard to please.
Yes, and this film, I felt like it could have been even better rated R. Guts coming out, blood.
But I think we think that about every movie, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So, I mean, what's your score?
My score is also pretty low. I'm gonna give it like a 60, between 60 and 65. If you want to get literal, let's say 62.5. I don't care. Yeah, man. It just was very disappointing. The ending was the best part, but there was no substance to that ending. There was no lead up to that ending. I felt like they shot that ending first, and then they're like, all right, let's make a film around this ending. Because the ending did set up future films, and I know originally they wanted to make this series a 6-part series, like the Fast franchise or Marvel franchises. But yeah, so my
and during the middle of the film, like I was yawning, fidgeting, and it was we were getting pretty bored,
antsy.
Yeah, we're wondering exactly what I said earlier, that when is this gonna end?
Right, because we need an ending to make all this make sense, which it kind of did, but I still felt
it did, but it
still felt lacking.
It lacked a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we recommend seeing this movie if you want to on DVD or Netflix. Don't waste your money going to the theaters. Just go get popcorn from like Walmart and enjoy the movie from a Redbox or something.
Yeah, definitely a not go. So guys, leave a like, leave a comment, answer our question, subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.